You fry chicken. The oil still looks clean, so you save it and use it again tomorrow. Most of us do this. Some people reuse the same oil 5, even 10 times. But here's what you can't see. Every time that oil gets hot again, a quiet chemical reaction starts. And after a few rounds, what's in your pan isn't really cooking oil anymore. So how many times can you actually reuse it before it backfires? And is your daily use of cooking oil safe? The answers can be found on Simple Why. When you pour fresh oil into a pan and heat it up, it looks perfectly clear. But inside, something is already changing. Oil is made of fat molecules. When those molecules get hot, they start to break apart. The hotter the oil, and the longer it stays hot, the more they break. Each time you cool the oil down and heat it up again, the damage gets worse. The broken pieces of those fat molecules turn into new chemicals. Some of them are harmless, but others, like aldehydes, free radicals, and that acrolein we just mentioned, are not. These compounds can cause inflammation inside your body, damage your cells, and over time, increase the risk of heart disease and certain cancers. The scary part? You can't see this happening. The oil might still look fine. Scientists say there are 3 main things that destroy cooking oil. Think of them as the 3 enemies. The first enemy is heat. Every time you heat oil, it breaks down a little more. High heat breaks it down faster. That's why deep frying, where the oil sits at 350 degrees Fahrenheit to 375 degrees Fahrenheit for a long time, is much harder on oil than a quick stir fry. The second enemy is oxygen. When hot oil touches air, a process called oxidation starts. It's the same thing that makes metal rust. Except in oil, oxidation creates those harmful chemicals, free radicals and aldehydes. The more surface area the oil has touching the air, the faster this happens. The third enemy is food. Every time you put something in the oil, tiny pieces of food fall off. Breadcrumbs, batter bits, specks of flour. These particles burn and speed up the oil's breakdown. Moisture from the food also gets into the oil and causes a chemical reaction called hydrolysis, which literally means breaking with water. That's why breaded foods and wet foods destroy oil faster than dry foods like potato chips. You might have heard the term smoke point. That's the temperature where oil starts to smoke. Fresh peanut oil smokes at about 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Fresh sunflower oil at about 440 degrees Fahrenheit. Olive oil, around 375 degrees Fahrenheit to 410 degrees Fahrenheit depending on the type. But here's the trap. Every time you reuse oil, its smoke point drops. So oil that was safe to fry with at 375 degrees Fahrenheit on day 1 might start smoking at 340 degrees Fahrenheit by the 3rd use. And once oil smokes, it releases those toxic compounds into the air and into your food much faster. If your reused oil starts smoking earlier than expected, that's a big warning sign. Okay, the big question: how many times can you actually reuse cooking oil? America's Test Kitchen tested this and found, for breaded or battered foods, things like fried chicken, fish, or tempura, you can reuse the oil about 3 to 4 times. For cleaner foods, like French fries or potato chips, up to 8 times, as long as you filter the oil well after each use. Food scientists generally agree 3 times is the safe limit for most home cooks. Some say 4 if you're careful. After that, the level of harmful compounds gets too high. There's actually a number for this. Scientists measure something called total polar compounds, or TPC. Fresh oil has a TPC of about 3% to 5%. Every time you fry, that number goes up. When it hits 25%, the oil is considered unsafe. India's Food Safety Authority, FSSAI, made this an official law. Any cooking oil with TPC over 25% cannot be used for frying. Now here's something interesting. Restaurants reuse oil all the time. A busy fast food place might fry hundreds of batches in the same oil. So how do they get away with it? 2 tricks. First, they filter the oil after every shift, sometimes twice a day, using special machines with filter paper and powder. This removes the burnt particles that speed up breakdown. Second, they top up the oil. Instead of replacing all the oil at once, they add fresh oil on top of the old. This dilutes the bad stuff and resets the chemistry a little. Most restaurants replace their fryer oil completely every 3 to 5 days, depending on how much they fry. The good ones test the oil regularly, but not all do. And that's the problem. You can't always tell from the outside how many times that oil has been used. At home, you don't need a chemistry lab. Your senses will tell you. There are 5 signs that your oil is done. 1. It smells bad. If it has a sour, rancid, or strong burnt smell, throw it out. 2. It's dark. Fresh oil is light and golden. Used oil gets darker each time. If it's brown or close to black, it's done. 3. It's thick and sticky. Old oil feels heavy and leaves a gummy residue. 4. It foams when you heat it. A little bubbling is normal. Big foam that rises up, that's the oil telling you it's breaking apart. 5. It smokes too early. If the oil starts smoking before it reaches frying temperature, the chemical damage is already serious. Any one of these signs means it's time for new oil. If you do reuse oil, and it is okay to do it a few times, here's how to do it safely. First, let the oil cool after frying. Don't try to handle hot oil. Once it's warm, not hot, pour it through a fine strainer or cheesecloth to remove all the bits. Every little crumb you leave behind speeds up the damage next time. Second, store it in a dark, airtight container. Remember, oxygen is one of the 3 enemies. A sealed jar in a cool pantry or even the fridge works well. Some oils get cloudy in the fridge, but that's normal. They clear up when they warm up. Third, don't mix different types of oil. Peanut oil and olive oil have different smoke points and break down at different speeds. Mixing them makes it impossible to know when the blend is no longer safe. And fifth, keep count. 3 uses maximum for breaded foods. More if it's clean frying items. When in doubt, throw it out. When the oil is done, don't pour it down the sink. Oil hardens in pipes and causes clogs. Don't pour it in the yard either. It can kill plants and attract pests. Instead, let it cool completely. Mix it with something absorbent. Paper towels, coffee grounds, even cat litter. Seal it in a container and throw it in the trash. But here's the best option: recycle it. In the US, about 850 million gallons of used cooking oil are collected every year. All of it turned into biodiesel, a clean-burning fuel. Many cities have drop-off points. Your old frying oil could literally end up powering a bus. So can you reuse cooking oil? Yes. Should you reuse it forever? Absolutely not. The truth is, most of the damage from reused oil happens slowly and invisibly. You won't taste a crolin. You won't feel the free radicals. But your body keeps score. Over years, eating food fried in overused oil adds up. More inflammation, more oxidative stress, more risk. The rule is simple. Reuse it a few times, treat it well, and know when to let it go. Your pan won't complain if you use fresh oil, and neither will your body. Simple why. Now you know what really happens inside that bottle of reused oil. A little reuse is fine. Too much is a quiet risk. If you found this useful, hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.